Be afraid. Be very afraid.
So you got a shopping mall,
Yep.
right? And nobody's allowed to wear pants.
Or
and
shirts.
there's or shirts at times, and there's sex is not optional, it's mandatory. And there's killer robots. Name that movie.
Chopping Mall.
Shop.
It's an 80s horror film in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Very 80s.
It's riding the short circuit fandom wave.
Came out the same year.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah, they didn't have to deal with
1986
promo.
was a good year for robots.
Yes, it was. When did Rocky 4 come out?
Man.
Because there was a big robot in that too. That was like the robot renaissance era.
87?
Yeah, I mean, happy birthday, Paulie.
I just wanted Rocky to fight it.
Just beat up the
That'd have been
robot.
cool. Rocky 5
Yeah.
should have been Man versus Machine. And then you find out it's like the new Terminator movie. T3. Well, actually, that would have been T2 if they got it out before T2. But anyway, Chopping Mall. Yeah, it's something. It is what it is, and it's good at what it does.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it has, I will say it right outright, it has a cameo from one of our recent villains in our film series, Angus Grimm. He is
And what
Dr.
does he
Carrington
play?
in a small cameo asking about those robots.
That's a damn robots.
Those damn robots over there.
He says, "Hey, boy, go find those robots."
But he's credited as Lawrence Guy, not Angus
Yep.
Grimm.
His real name.
Yep.
Interesting.
Because we were watching it, Jada and I was like, wait a minute, is that the tall man? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, it's so weird.
Mhm.
Like, no, he's not talking to Mike. He's not talking to Reggie. He's just in the mall. No sphere.
We have a very 80s cast in here with a lot of like 80s horror bona fides. A lot of you get Kelly Maroney.
Yep.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Mm.
Night of the Comet.
Ryan's Hope.
You get Tony O'Dell, who's in Karate Kid.
Yep.
You get Russell Todd from Friday the 13th too.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then, of course Barbara Crampton, who's in everything.
Especially my favorite, Puppet Master.
Yeah. The ever looming
From
puppet
Beyond,
master.
Reanimator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mary Warrenov in a small role.
Yep.
She's in Night of the Comet and like tons and tons of other
Who
B
directed it?
movies.
Because they just went through the Rolodex. You're like, get everybody.
Okay, so this is Roger Corman production of a Jim Wynorski movie.
Oh, okay.
If you go through Jim Wynorski's directorial IMDb, you get a sense that the boobs in this movie are not an isolated
No,
incident in his career. In fact, that's mostly what he does.
He knows how to get butts in seats.
For example, I just took down one of his other directorial efforts. The Bear Wench Project 2, Scared Topless.
He's like a USA Up All Night connoisseur. That's what it sounds like he
Yeah,
made movies for right there.
I think a lot of his movies were even beyond that. I think he had a lot of Skinamax movies.
yeah. From my research, he did. Yes. A lot of Skinamax.
The king of Skinamax.
The king of Skinamax.
I bet she's made mint off it too. Like she's driving around in a brand newish Corvette.
He's also the voice of the robots.
Yep.
Oh, cool. That's pretty cool. So the robots have
And-
voices. To the listeners. Johnny Five is alive.
Yes. More sinister than Johnny Five.
Mm-hmm. Oscar, I'm really pissed off.
Best scene.
And we have another celebrity location too.
Oh,
The
really?
mall.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Where's
The
that?
same mall as Commando.
Mhm.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I wish that they ended up in the same reeds outside of the airport as Commando when he jumps out of the plane. But this movie's got a good deal of action. for a
Yes, it
horror
does.
flick.
Do you prefer the name Protectors or Killbots? That's the question.
I like Protectors more because it's
Okay.
less sinister.
Fair. Fair.
I like when things like that have like non-threatening names, and then they're super dangerous.
Great idea, actually.
But that was the original title, and that tanked.
Yeah, Killbots wasn't fun. Chopping
No.
Mall is such a better title.
Especially the poster.
Chop.
The severed
I mean,
hand.
there's not a lot of chopping.
Yeah. It just
But-
goes.
There's a little throat chopping. They go right for
A
the
little,
jugular.
but it's mostly lasers.
True. Freaking laser beams.
When you think chopping mall, though, you think slasher, some dude is going in the dressing
Yeah.
rooms.
Yep.
And then you watch the trailer and you're like, what is this? Is that a garbage can? And then it's just like, and then rolls off to massacre people. It's a good trailer, by the way.
Mhm.
The trailer's good. The whole movie it's a hidden gem. And Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes, it's 57% like rotten. I think that's a lie. It's a lie.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I put a lot of stock in Rotten Tomatoes, but it's because of the campy boobiness, I think, more than anything.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah, because a lot of those '80s movies don't do well on Rotten Tomatoes.
No.
The Porky's clones and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Balls.
Like even the ski movies and stuff, they don't go into full topless. I think maybe a couple of them do, but it's mostly just the 80s. They lean further into the 80s action and that montage-y nature of it all, which made 80s movies great 80s movies. This one, it doesn't commit to either side. It just kind of does both parallel.
Mhm.
It's good. It's a good hang. It is, because it does
Yeah.
them both well, but it doesn't you know what I mean? It's not trying to be a great movie. That's another example of one that's not trying to be
No.
a great movie.
knows what it is.
Yep. And there's no Paul Blart. The robots are Paul Blart, but
Yeah, yeah.
there's some super good acting in it too. Like, it's waiting, they're just gonna pick us off in here one by one, man. And the people are holed up. So let's go through briefly, like, what sets the robots off? These are robots that were made to protect, for God's sakes.
A
Yeah,
lightning
so-
storm.
So the robots are a mall security initiative. It's kind of excessive. I mean, to begin with, they have the ability to incapacitate a thief.
Yep.
Like, not lethal, but they start out with the capacity to stop a human. And then there's a lightning storm that strikes them all and fries the circuits, and they become independent.
Very independent.
Now, are they full-blown AI, or are they just malfunctioning, thinking everybody's a thief? Like, do they want to kill, or is it just like a glitch?
They definitely
yes.
want to kill, and they do not care if you're a thief or not. Like, when in the demonstration, they show, oh, you just need your ID card so it doesn't mistake you for a criminal if you're in the mall after hours. Once the lightning has struck, there's no recognition of an ID card.
It just wants you dead. And it doesn't want you to wear pants while it kills you. Let's do a few of, like, your favorite kills. There's a couple of good ones.
Well, mine is I'm trying to think of her name. Leslie.
Nobody's, I was going to
Leslie?
say, just for
Leslie.
listeners, nobody's memorable.
Leslie.
Just so you know. The fact that he got her name to come up in his mind is remarkable to me. All right, Leslie.
Leslie's head.
Is she
just-
one of the blondes?
Yes.
She's
One of the five?
He's the more endowed blonde.
Yeah.
And the bitchy one, I would say, the most bitchy one. But she goes to find her boyfriend Mike because Mike had to go get her Virginia Slims. And while
Yeah,
trying to get
What'd
that,
you do for your lady.
he did, and he got killed for it. ID showing
It's
did
also
not
what you do
work.
for your lady. Oh, yeah, exactly.
But
Are
she
you
goes,
21?
well, do you work at the mall?
Yeah, true.
Just karate chop. But it's funny because she's running and you see the laser shoot at her, and you see him like you hear the pew pew, and then she turns around and you see this big blast, and it's like a watermelon exploding, and everyone's watching and they're like, "Oh my God, Leslie, what happened?"
Exploded Leslie.
Very scary.
Leslie's definitely my favorite.
That's your favorite one? It's in
Yeah.
slow-mo, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's the best part about it. I liked them trying to make it somewhat creepy, because robots, in this sense, the way they were doing it, are not creepy. When they knocked over all the aquariums or terrariums, and all the creepy crawlies were getting everybody,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. That was stupid.
That was a good scene.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The whole movie's stupid.
I felt bad for Dick
Like
Miller.
I mean,
I felt bad.
oh, I love Dick Miller. I love Dick Miller. Dick Miller's going to become very prominent in this episode.
Dick Miller's such a good actor, and I knew he was going to die. And Dick Miller. Poor Dick Miller.
I mean, you see Dick Miller in movies, and it's a pretty good chance he's going to die.
True. He does die in
Now we have to
Gremlin.
do a deep dive. Dick Miller movies in the top 5 where he makes it to the end of the movie.
That's like Sean
That'd
Bean.
be good.
That might not happen.
Yeah. Oh, John's got it working.
Well, I mean, spoiler. Dick Miller figures very prominently in my top 5.
Okay,
Ooh.
got it. I'm getting good at guessing these. But all right. So I mean, we gotta give the people something to chew on here. This is not a very deep movie. We're not talking a psychological film here.
No, not at all. It's very 80s. I mean, even before you get to the killing, you have so much 80s, like Susie calling the patrons at the mall diner orcas while they're wearing, the little crocodile eyes odds and the big poofed up Aquanet hair and
probably smelling like aqua velva. Let's throw some of that out there too for fun.
Well, I'll put it-
Man.
Yep.
Well, there is a film scholar, Craig Ian Mann, and he did analysis of the film. And he compares the film favorably to George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead, which is, as we know, also set in a shopping mall.
Talk about his drug problem. Well, I actually made the joke. I said Short Circuit meets Dawn of the Dead because of their hold up in a mall. So I guess I made the comparison too. But he wasn't like actually saying that they're equal movies or anything, right?
No. He goes into more
Okay.
detail where he classifies as anti-capitalism parable for the Jimmy Carter years, suggesting that shopping mall functions in a similar way as a comment on consumption during the Reagan era.
This is very deep.
Yeah, I can see that kind of.
This is very
yeah.
deep for rogue scanner robots that were struck by
I mean,
lightning.
Listen, if I were gonna, I would go into this sort of police state sense that you got in that era, also, where
That's
you
more
wanted to be
believable.
really hard on crime.
Yep.
And people aren't going to be hard enough on their own, so we need robots to do it.
Yeah, that's. Dawn of the Dead, I buy that. Rogue consumerism, the horde of people trying to storm the mall, like I buy that. For this movie, I just can't give them the credit that would come with. Like nobody was in the back, like what we should do is expanded metaphor about the. I'm like, I don't know.
Good job,
You
Mr.
found some
Corman.
boxes and you spray painted some boxes the color of aluminum and put some dude in it. Here we go. We're off to the races. Got Jugs McGee and Jug McGee's little sister. Oh, but it's a good watch. It's just I don't know. I'm being pretty critical.
Yeah, I mean, you go from like them working in a mall to having an after hours mall party in the furniture store that the guys work at, and just a random married couple that shows up to hang with them. They don't work in the mall.
It's like a mall orgy. When we were talking about the least horny place in the world is a bowling alley,
The
most
store.
horny place in the world might be a mall. I mean, I don't know about the Sears in the mall, but it's definitely on the other side of that. A orgy in a mall is way more believable than an orgy in a bowling alley. Is basically what I'm getting at.
And there's definitely an orgy going on.
Yeah, which might be what got the robots so mad.
They were jealous.
Yo, wow! Don't worry, you'll get in on the game. Just wait till 2020. You'll have a renaissance.
I mean, these robots are really efficient killers. They learn stealth almost immediately, like sneaking up on the tech and killing him while he's not when he's on the phone because he can't die while he's on the phone because someone will know.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about like 8-bit processing technology in 1986. So we're talking floppy A drives here, guys. These things are thinking quick. This is back, guys, when it took a computer minutes to load a photograph. And not a very large one at that.
Yeah, and that computer took up your entire desk.
Yeah,
Yep.
it did.
It got hot as hell too.
Yes, it did.
Our first desktop, I wouldn't have to have a heated room because my desktop PC was so hot in 1995. So,
Windows 95.
yeah. God, now we're really getting there.
But you mentioned
Yeah.
the robots are smart. The teenagers trapped in the mall, if you can even call them teenagers, they're like in their early 20s. They're somewhere around there. I don't even know.
You're definitely not making them as teenagers, but they
They're like
kind
40.
of keep the age vague.
They're like
That's-
40. It's like the quintessential like 90210. What was Luke? What was his name? The guy who played
Luke-
Dylan was like
Luke Perry.
39 years old. Yeah.
Playing
he's
it.
like,
Ian Ziering was older than all of them.
wow. that's
but
interesting.
as much as it shows how smart they are, they're kind of smart in their own way. Like, think of the elevator trap. They put the propane
Mhm.
tanks on top. They get the protector in there. Guy gets out, and Allison, right? Is that the main character? No, not that. Kelly. There we go. Played by Allison Parks. There we go. Getting that all confused. No, it's Allison Parks.
No, she's Kelly Maroney.
It is Kelly Maroney. The character is Allison Parks. That's where I'm
Yeah.
getting the confusion right there. Where Allison, though, she shoots the gun. She shoots the gun and hits the propane tanks, exploding the elevator, which is a pretty cool scene.
Mm-hmm. But they're also the robots outsmart them before that. When they're trying to escape the furniture store, they go into the air conditioner ducts,
True.
and the robots turn the heat on.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So, all right. So you got like the clever girl stuff from Jurassic Park going on here. Like they can use door
Yeah.
handles now. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
That kind of thing's going on. All right. So how do they outsmart the bots? How do they take these? Actually, I don't even know. We're pretty early in the episode to get to how they win. Is there any other trivia about the movie? It's a pretty bare bones sort of movie.
Kelly Maroney replaced Dana Kimmel, who was the main actress in Friday the 13th Part 3, and a little movie called Sweet 16, which is on my radar now. It's a slasher film from 1983. But she didn't want to do anything sexual. So they were like, all right, we're just going to get Kelly Maroney. And Wynorski casted her. John's smiling because I think he knows where I'm heading with this. Because he wanted to date her. Because he liked her acting.
Very Weinstein of him.
A very, very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny about that is that character is one of the few that don't take clothes off or really have an actual sex scene.
It's true.
Interesting.
It's true.
I mean, that part got completely removed.
19 minutes exactly got removed from this film.
Mm.
Is it lost, do you think, that footage? Or do you think it's like,
It's not on the disc.
okay.
Somebody's got to call Vinegar.
Yeah.
They'll find us.
Vinegar Syndrome,
I'm sure it's out there.
this Black
Yeah, that's
Friday,
got to be somewhere.
chopping mall. I'll buy it.
Uncut. More orgy. But so lightning brings them to life. How do they take him out?
I mean, they take him out by the elevator. trap.
Individually. Yeah. The elevator trap was one.
Explosion, fire.
Yep. The mirror trick was cool. When they shot, they had like mannequins set up, and then they reveal behind the curtain a mirror, and the laser shoots it back, blinding the protector. I think 3, but that kills Linda, which I feel Rick's. This is where Rick kills himself. He sacrifices himself. He drives a go-kart into one of the Protector 3, killing it and himself. And I just think it was a waste. he should have jumped out of the go-kart. I mean, I don't know if I'm being like, but I
Well, that's one of those predictable things in horror movies in particular. If you have a couple and one of the two dies, you know the other one's dead too.
there.
There's almost never, unless it's the final girl, there's almost never that extra person from a couple that lives.
Okay.
I never
Wow.
thought about that.
I mean, how he does it though, it's just like, and it's like,
I
what the hell?
I will say that's my least favorite death too, probably.
Same.
Yeah.
It's the one that looks the worst.
Okay. Usually, I
Definitely.
mean, if they're moving a cart in a mall to a prop robot, that's got to be pretty rough with
Sus-
camera work in 1986.
Susie's burning looked 10 times better, and that stunt person was on fire for a good minute. It seemed like.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Well, that was something
oh,
they
yeah.
had down by then. Lighting people on fire was something we were good at.
Mm-hmm.
it's just
Yeah.
the person's just sitting there, just like laid out, and the fire's just growing. And I'm like, are they gonna put him out? Like, I want to make sure they're okay.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Oh, they dropped. They just weren't rolling.
Yeah. There's just so much 80s in this. Like, I was just looking back through. Did you notice the price of the cigarettes?
Yes.
Oh God, what is that? Under $1?
$1.25.
Yeah, that's about right. They were
From one of those
$1.35 when I
machines.
started smoking, which was later,
How much?
but not much.
Mhm.
$1.35. A
I-
gallon of gas was $1.35 when I started driving. A pack of cigarettes was $1.35.
$8.99.
I did a little bit of time in Virginia when for college. You could get generics, 69 cents a pack.
Wow.
Okay.
This is bad for my lungs.
Yeah.
For 69 cents.
There was no limiting factor.
No, just as much as you can handle.
Mhm.
Hot damn, man.
That's a good deal, though. I'm sorry. I quit, but that's a good deal.
And there's a payphone next to the cigarette machine.
Pretty cool too. So you can just talk to mom the whole time.
Hmm.
Just gonna grab another pack of Pall Malls. Well, like Mall Pauls.
Get those Virginia
Um,
Slims right here for you.
Yeah, that wasn't one of the nice parts about the 80s. The slice of pizza was like 50 cents. And
Mhm.
you could leave the house with $1 and actually do something with it.
Yep.
I don't want to
Yeah.
make this is going to take this episode to a negative place. We're not going to go there. One of the cool things about the 80s the movie captures is how like neon-y it is and stuff. And the camera work, the lighting in the film is dark. The film runs darker than I'd like it to,
Okay.
but you can still see the 80s aesthetic, right?
You got in.
Definitely.
You got in the mall atmosphere.
Lasers. They're just the lasers.
Lasers.
Yeah, there's nothing like a mall in the 80s.
Hmm.
Nothing like it.
Did you catch the name of the sporting goods store?
Dicks?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Dick's. God, I'm trying to think. You're gonna have to spoil it.
You have to.
Peck and Paws.
Yes.
Why would it be Peck and Paws?
The director.
Oh,
They shoot 'em up westerns and stuff.
that's cool.
And it's got that sporting goods store has a better arsenal than some militaries.
I mean, was that a common thing? Because I remember, I know that there's none around this area, but that's because we live where we live. But I've been around the country. I've been to Bass Pro Shops and stuff, and you see rifles and stuff in there. I've never been to like a sporting goods store where I was walking around I'm like golf clubs, AR-15, cool, like that. And the movie showcases it, especially not one attached to a mall. But 86 was 86.
Yeah.
True.
And it also leads to one of my favorite lines in the movie too. Let's go send those suckers a Rambogram.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's some quality bad writing right there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
good stuff.
Rambogram.
That's the 80s. They were filming it in the mall. Filmed from Commando.
Huh?
They tried.
And Rambo had just come out.
Yeah. There was a couple lines
Yeah.
about movies where I was like, oh, okay.
I don't know if you noticed also, this might be the most 80s part of this movie. When they passed the movie theater in the mall, Do you notice what's playing?
I didn't even see it.
Oh,
Crush Groove.
Crush Groove.
Crush Groove, man. Like, it was sort of like the Breakin' copycat.
Okay.
I'd never heard of Crush Groove. It sounds 80s. That's
Yeah,
for sure. The
very.
fact that there's a theater in the mall makes me happy too. And not many of those
Mhm.
around anymore either. Shopping mall theaters.
Arcade. It was a lot of
It's
nostalgia.
the worst one. Our local one not having the big arcade anymore kills me.
Like a
That one
decent
made me
arcade.
sad. Yeah,
Actual good
not
games.
like pre-DDR era when it was
Oh.
X-Men,
Mhm.
Simpsons,
Yep.
and all that stuff. What was the major something Crisis? Time Crisis.
Time
was the
Crisis.
shoot 'em up.
Yep.
Those were the golden era days of arcades.
R.I.P.
Street
Yeah, that mall
Fighter.
had a great arcade.
Yeah.
That was
R.I.P.
I go back further than you guys in like Gauntlet and
Yeah, Golden
Dragon
Axe.
Yeah.
Slayer and like that. Yeah, Golden Axe.
Those are all.
See, that's cool.
Yeah, those are the ones that they paved the way for the ones I was talking about. That's a good point.
I think there
What's
was
the
I think
racing
it was
game, the
called
original racing game?
Xenophobe.
Oh, Xenophobe.
Pole
Xenophobe.
position. Xenophobe was like an alien type of ripoff game.
Okay.
Nice. Good name for a game. Great name for a
Pretty sure-
podcast.
Pretty sure it's Xenophobe.
Xenophobe.
Xenophobia.
Xenophobia.
I mean, it's a good name. Xenophobia is a thing.
Yes, it is.
We're Xenomania, though. We're maniacs about our Xenos. We don't phobe away from them. We embrace them. So yeah, guys, that's Chopping Mall. Go to the Mall of America, and when you see the little robot Marty come out and start scanning things, just know that it could definitely cut your throat at any moment.
Yep. And they thought of everything with these robots except one thing. 4-wheel drive.
Fair.
Fair.
They slip.
the
They
That
slip.
one gets stuck in paint and that's it.
And then it's a flare, and
Cannot get out of wet paint.
bye bye.
Well, the thing about it too is I don't think there were a lot of cars that had 4-wheel drive in 1986.
Everything was front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, right?
A lot were rear back then. And everything that was a sports car was rear. The front wheel was like, I think more sedan-y and stuff, right? But the front wheel you were set because you had the weight of the engine on it.
Okay.
That was the way it worked. You had traction. The rear wheel you were screwed.
God.
Robot screwed as well.
Oh, definitely. Stuck in that paint and thinner. He's blown up. Which,
Yeah.
you know, I really thought Ferdy was dead. That was a lot of blood
Did you?
loss from his head. Like it just pours out, and then he's like, "I'm alive." It's like, are you a robot? Are you a robot,
So-
Ferdy?
One of the things that sort of bothered me is naming a character Ferdy and then hearing 100% at times people calling him Freddy.
Yep.
Oh,
What you want to talk about that? What about Leslie in the beginning? When she's trying to find Mike, she's like, "Mike, where are you?" And then it's Brandon. Brandon, where are you? She got the name wrong, and they put it in still, which is crazy. It's like Brandon, Mike.
they couldn't afford more shoots. Like, nobody will notice. It's fine. That's what I mean, though. There's not many memorable characters in the movie, so nobody was
No.
going to pick up on it.
We can just roll along with that scene too when she gets to where the cigarette machine is and his dead body is. If you look, he's twitching his big toe through that whole scene while he's dead.
Great.
He's just like flexing it like that the whole time.
Why? Just be a jerk?
I don't know.
This
Man.
is definitely a Roger Corman production, a Corman production overall. Just the cheesiness, the campiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mhm.
It just
Corman
is what it
all over.
is, like we were saying earlier. It's a good watch. If you like the robot movies in the 80s, definitely tune into it.
Yeah.
I don't think we got anything else on it, to be honest with you.
It's a fun
Yep.
under an hour and a half little movie. Like it's not gonna it's not something that's gonna stick with you forever, but it's you if you go in with the mindset that you're gonna have fun watching a movie, you're gonna have fun watching this movie.
Great B horror night flick kind of deal. And yeah, maybe watch it between Short Circuit 1 and 2. Have a good time.
And it's only
Have a
an
good
hour
time
and
with
I
it.
think it's the
16
Short
minutes.
Circuit prequel.
Ooh. Well, Short Circuit 1 did have militarized evil robots being developed. That was the original purpose or like side purpose of them. So don't forget, Johnny Five's brothers, not good,
And
bad.
listen, these robots have like one little goofy trait too. I don't know if you guys caught on to it, but like there's a bunch of times where they're just sort of like moving around a little chaotically with their little robot arms like
Yeah,
up in the
flailing.
air.
A la like Lost in Space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's good. But
Danger,
yeah,
Will
that's
Robinson,
chopping
danger.
mall. Then they kill Will Robinson. I guess we're gonna roll into top fives, guys.
So
What do you think about all that, Ryan?
I'm fine
Let's
with
do
it. I went with Killer Robots this time, and I was just like,
That's a big twist.
I know, I was tried. That was like the most creative I can get this week.
I was trying to be funny. It came out mean.
No,
I was trying to be funny. No, I like staying with the robots.
but I'll say 4 of these movies are on my list to watch, so I do want to see them. And I'm recommending because I think they're fun and they relate to what we're interested to, and one I did see. So I'm gonna start off with number 5, Christmas Bloody Christmas, Christmas themed horror. It follows a robotics Santa Claus who goes on a killing spree on Christmas Eve. Released in December 9th,
one.
2022. It's been on my list. I have to watch it.
Okay.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, it's on our list for Christmas time.
Nice.
Then I will be watching it this
Jeremy
Christmas time.
Gardner's
You're
in
watching it this year? Oh,
Ooh.
nice, dude.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
So
the killer robot in that is Abraham Ben Ruby,
he looks
who
awesome.
you'll recognize. Yeah, he's so good. That movie is so good.
Nice.
So I'm checking that off the list this year. But this movie, number 4, I've already seen already. It's Megan.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
do enjoy it. I thought it was a Chucky ripoff. Was refused to watch it. It's a whole different type of horror comedy film, whatever how you want to vibe with it. And it's a pretty creative process with creating AI and the dangers of AI, I would say, and then adaptation or adapting. There we go, adapting.
yeah.
Thought I was creating a new word there. I got scared there.
No, you
Romanticism.
made it. We got through it together.
Number 3, Westworld, 1973, with Yul Brynner as the Man in Black.
Good call. Good choice.
I've seen clips. I've always caught it from like the middle to the end. Never seen it in full. It's a good watch from what I've seen from the middle to end. I don't know how it starts, but I presume they get there and all hell breaks loose. That's the only part I always miss.
Okay. I don't want to ruin it. You don't want to ruin any minute of that film. You don't want to ruin any minute of the series either, for that matter.
No,
Because
God,
there's
no.
18 twists in the series. But yeah, cool.
Well, I hope you guys
Very
like
cool.
number 2, because number 2 it's been a while. I have to watch it. Upgrade, 2018.
Great. Okay.
I know I'm going everywhere with sci-fi horror, but I feel like it's a good pretty mix. And Upgrade with the whole implant and a chip that allows us to control his whole body after being paralyzed. It's an interesting concept, and it's scary because it can go Ori. I'm kind of in the dark
Yeah.
with this one, and I have been, and I'm proud because it intrigues me, the concept, and I
hmm
don't want to be spoiled by it.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Like it's fine.
Okay. I mean, I love the actor
That's a
Logan Marshall
glowing
Green.
endorsement.
That's
All right. It's fine.
It's
All right.
fine.
All right.
well,
What's
number one,
one, Rye Guy?
Ex Machina.
Oh, okay. Did he have to say it like that? I think
Ex
he gave
Machina.
listeners cancer. Oh,
Machina.
Ex Machina, man.
Ah, Ex
Ex
Machina.
Machina.
There we go.
Ex Machina.
Ex
He's
Machina.
messing with you guys, just so
Ex
you know.
Machina.
Just so you
Ex
know,
Machina.
the original intended name for that movie was Ex Machina. Just so you guys, it's La Femme Nikita.
La Femme Nikita. But this is a film I've actually avoided, not in a bad way, but like I haven't seen it, so I've avoided spoilers.
Oh, good. I will be quiet then.
I've always caught it again, different pieces, and you can't watch it at different pieces. You have to watch it in one full thing. And it's been the luck of the draw of it's on Netflix and then it's removed when I want to watch it or anywhere I try. So this is the year I'm going to try to watch it, but it's follows a programmer who is invited by a CEO to administer the Turing test to an intelligent humanoid robot.
Good watch. Enjoy it. It's
I
one of
will.
those watches where I'm kind of envious of you because you get to watch it for the first time.
I know
a good movie.
Jada was very shocked. I never seen it. She's like, "You never seen that yet?" And I was like, "It's on the list. I haven't had the chance yet." She goes, "Once you watch it, it's a whole
Vikander.
different."
Yeah. You'll enjoy it.
But yeah, no, Alicia Vikander's in it. Oscar Isaac.
Oh, you mean Magneto's wife? Fastbender, Slowbender, Vikander? Yeah. She crushes it. She is a phenomenal actor. People always get after pretty girls with roles and stuff like that. And she should put all that to bed. She carries that movie. It's a very good job.
From the trailers, she's the main purpose, right? She's like the main focus.
Yeah, she's the robot, but it's
Oh,
the performance that makes it believable. Because she's a robot with sentience, so there has to be something there. That's a gray area. You know what I mean? You can't be a robot and a human. You have to be an amalgamation of both. Plus, she has to play a part with the other humans in the movie and the other robots. She has to play differently in different situations, and she is the reason the movie works. It's a brilliantly written movie that would not have stood at all without the right actress. And I think they tried to cast Ana de Armas in it. I might be wrong about that. And I don't know if she would have done it. She's good too, and she's been in great movies and done great jobs, but I don't think she could have done this based on her her work as Joy and Blade Runner and stuff. I'm not sure she could have hacked it. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I could be wrong about her being cast, though, but I feel like I read that somewhere. Back when I read things.
You still read. Got it behind you.
Yeah, I got about 5 of these I got to get into soon. But anyway, let's segue into John's so I can start them.
All right. Speaking of phenomenal actors,
Ooh, look at that.
5 Dick Miller movies.
I hope his
What I'm
Google
gonna do-
searches go up a lot after this episode drops.
I hope everything about him goes up after this. He was amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's passed away. Don't worry. He passed
Oh, well, rigor mortis setting in.
away.
Get after it, Dick.
So I sort of have this list a little different because I want to, give a little bit of Dick Miller's story instead of just describing movies. Because
What are we even
the
doing
list
here?
is 5 pretty mainstream movies.
Okay.
So Dick Miller, 242 acting credits
Yep.
Wow.
in all kinds of stuff. TV shows, action, horror, some of his non-horror. He was in Terminator.
Yeah.
He was in Inner Space, The Burbs.
I would
just
argue,
so
by the
many.
way, the original Terminator was closer to horror than it was action. I would make that argument for the
I thought-
original.
I thought about making that argument and putting Terminator on my list, but I have 5
Yeah.
other movies that
I'm sure there are
like.
plenty, yeah.
I was contemplating putting
Um,
Terminator on my list, and I was like more sci-fi for it for some reason, but it is horror in its own way.
I mean, no, it is
Mhm.
definitely sci-fi, but it's a scary movie. It's a walk down, a la Halloween and Friday the 13th. But I'm going to shut up now so we can get into it. I want to hear the list.
It's-
So Dick Miller, Navy vet, PhD,
Uh-huh.
writer, actor. he worked as a psychologist at Bellevue
Wow.
That's cool.
Wow. Explains the PhD.
while he was acting on Broadway. So he's a psychologist in the day during the day and on Broadway at night.
Did he have kids too? Because this doesn't jive. Where are the minutes in the day coming from to do all this?
I mean, it's a different time. It's the 50s. The woman took care of the kids.
That's true. I mean, we're not condoning
Not
that, by
making
the
money.
way. We're not condoning it. We're just explaining that it was a circumstance.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
That
no,
allowed
it's
for
just-
Dick Miller to
that's
live the best
the
life he could have
time.
possibly lived.
Yeah. His
His poor wife suffered immeasurably.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But they stayed together. I mean,
I'm
like
sure she was
they
fine
were
with it.
married when he died.
She was
Okay.
she was wealthy. I mean, he was bringing in some
Mhm.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she was
So
happy.
if you want to go more into Dick Miller on your own,
I
there's
mean,
a
I was
documentary
hoping
called
Dick
That
Miller
Guy.
would get more into me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The innuendo, you haven't even picked up on 10 of them. There's been a lot of them tonight. Look at the wink. Oh, I will never recover from that wink, John. Yeah, there it is.
But there's a documentary called That Guy Dick Miller. Yeah. Cannot recommend that highly enough.
That's not
Yeah.
part of the list, though. It's just a rack.
Yeah.
No,
That's
that's
just a
just
recommendation.
that's just a recommendation. So into the list.
Okay.
Number 5. Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
As Uncle Willie.
Mhm.
Uncle Willie.
Played by
I'm-
Dick
Uncle
Miller.
Willie.
Is it rude to look it up
Right?
now?
Willie and Dick. Number 4, while you're looking that up.
Oh, yeah,
is
there he is.
Piranha.
Yep.
Is this the
Piranha
second
as
time
Buck
Piranha's
Gardner.
come on the list?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Piranha. I think Ryan put Piranha on
Yep.
2 weeks ago.
Yes, I did.
Dick Miller.
So
Hmm.
Dick Miller is in Piranha is the greedy land developer.
Yep.
Okay. That's cool. He looks like he's the dude from Gremlins, too. Is that him?
Mhm.
Yep. Is it my
We'll
first
get there.
connection? Yeah, we'll get
We'll
there.
get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Anywho.
My number 3 is The Howling
Yep.
Nice
Steve Howley.
choice. I remember him in that, too, actually, now that
Yep.
you mention it.
as Walter Paisley. And so here's a Dick Miller curiosity. Dick Miller played a character named Walter Paisley at least 5 different times.
Is it the same
That's
character?
Amazing.
There's a connection.
That's probably, they got out of paying him. SAG was like holding up his insurance because they said it was the same part.
The janitor in Chopping Mall is Walter.
That's cool.
He's Walt in Night of the Creeps.
Mhm.
It goes back. Apparently, the first one was Buckets of Blood, which is another Roger Corman movie.
Mhm.
okay.
But there's at least 5 times he plays a character named Walter Paisley, and they don't seem to be the same
Well,
character.
His death, Walter the janitor's death, is one of the most spectacularly bad instances of CGI in this movie. But
The
it's when it
electrocution.
goes right. It's so bad it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So my number 2 Dick Miller movie is Night of the Creeps,
Nice.
where he's also Walt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another Walt. There must have been a brother or cousin or somebody that he was honoring. Maybe it was a guy that he lost in the service.
Maybe.
He's like, "You're gonna be in
That's
every
cool.
movie. I'm going to be in Walt. Taking you with me, Walt."
And number 1, Gremlins, and Gremlins
Yeah.
2 as Mr. Futterman.
He's holds it up in Gremlins 2 as well. By the way, Gremlins 1, legitimately scary movie.
Yes.
Like dark,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
scary movie. Well, for a kid. For a kid.
Yeah.
That I think I mentioned it on another episode, but the pool scene
Mm-hmm.
when that scene in the pool freaks me out to this day. It's like, no,
Mhm.
don't get them wet.
I'm
No."
glad.
I saw that in theaters on its initial run.
That's cool.
It had trading cards.
Oh, sweet.
I had all the trading cards. I loved Gremlins.
Gremlins was
I still
cool.
love Gremlins.
Gremlins is a good watch.
Man.
But do
On
you
release,
think
they had a ton. Didn't they have like a McDonald's craze too? Like, didn't Mickey D's promote the hell out of Gremlins? Get all the cups.
Yeah.
God, the cups.
Gremlins was huge.
The
Yeah,
cups.
made Dick Miller some cash.
Well, do you
It made all of them some cash.
don't you think he dies in the first
People got
film though?
paid.
because he gets
You
run
yeah,
over.
oh yeah, you definitely think he's dead in the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's implied, and then that's like one of the feel good moments is when you realize he's not.
He comes back in the 2nd one. All right.
That's
'Cause,
one of that's when the music is blaring, and he's
Yep.
like, isn't it like in the loader or something?
Yeah,
He's
there's
like trying to run
gremlin-
him over.
There's gremlins in the tractor.
There's the tractor, yeah, the
Mhm.
loader, whatever it is. Yeah, that's a scene. It's another movie that's super dark. And is that a Christmas movie? If Die Hard's a
Yes.
Christmas movie, is Gremlins?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gremlins is absolutely a Christmas movie.
Hell yes.
Gizmo's a Christmas gift.
Oh,
Yes, he
fair
is.
enough. It's a Christmas movie indeed.
Die Hard, Gremlins, Batman Returns. There's a lot of films that are having that like Christmas theme that are considered a Christmas film now. I mean, even
Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie also.
yes, it is Black Christmas.
Yeah. Black Christmas is Black Christmas. Oh,
Exactly.
it's super implied.
There's only one watchable Black Christmas though.
Which one?
You.
The original.
Mhm.
Oh, got it.
There's
Yeah.
2 remakes. And the first remake is just generic.
Mhm.
The most recent remake is
Trash. Sorry, I'll say it.
I understand what they're trying to do.
Mm.
It's like a whole Me Too parable and whatever, but it's not good.
But if you're trying to shoehorn that into something that's already something else, that's the thing. That has its
Yeah.
place, and there's ways you can do that correctly.
Mhm.
But if you
Absolutely.
can't put an agenda. I refuse to use the word because it's being weaponized right now, so I'm not going to use the word. But you can't put another agenda into a movie that wasn't built for it. It doesn't fit
True.
the vessel. That's all I'm going to say.
Mhm.
Got to be made with intention for it to work. But that's a crappy low note to leave the episode on. So somebody say something funny.
Dick Miller.
Heller.
Dick Miller as Willie.
As Willie Miller, as Willie Dick,
Uncle Willie.
Uncle Willie
Uncle Dick.
Miller.
All right. Well, that was our episode on Chopping Mall, everybody. We're gonna see you later. All right.
Have a good one, guys.
See ya.